Welcome back to period 2. You're watching the Manitoba Moose versus the Minnesota Saints. We're at the 2008 Power Hockey Cup, and it's sponsored by Autobach, and we're in beautiful Minneapolis, Minnesota. And I am joined by the lovely and talented Diane Trottier. We've got kind of a one-sided game here, but it's neat to see this young Manitoba Moose team out here playing and competing.
It absolutely is, and you know it's a tough position for them to be in, and I have to sympathize a lot. And you don't want to go out there and really kill them because you don't want to kill their spirit. You want them to have a good time and really enjoy themselves, which is why even when you beat them, you know, you keep a smile on your face, you shake hands, tell them it was a great game, and that's all you can do. I mean, you've got to win and you've got to play your game, but you do it with dignity and with respect for the other players.
That's exactly right. And we saw Josh Twite attempt a shot on goal, but it was blocked. And here comes Josh. Again, tries to pass it, but Hughley wasn't quite in position.
Good work, Gary. Sit down, Gary. Good work, good work.
And we're seeing some nice aggressiveness by number 27, Carrie Burke.
Stay away from Gary.
Trying to clear the ball. And we have a new player on the court, Jen Onsum.
She is a veteran of the Saints. She's been with them for several years. A very good defenseman.
And we had the great fortune to have her commentate with us yesterday, share her unique perspective on the game. And Ian's trying to sneak one in there.
That was a close one.
That was a close one.
He did very well with that.
And we have a substitution here. Number 66, Emmett First, comes in. And number 16, Samantha Brouillet. And we also see number 14, Rick Foster, in the game. Oh, Ian with a nice attempt. It was nicely blocked. And Josh Twite emerges with the ball. The Manitoba Moose, they look a little more aggressive this second period. You think the coach figured out a new strategy for him?
Perhaps, you know, there's those moments in between periods are critical. The coach obviously has a big picture. He can look at what's happening, the position of the players, what they're doing right, what they're not doing, and you know, he can say, when you were doing this, you should have been doing this. And you get that couple critical moments to listen to the coach and what they're saying, and it is absolutely essential that you take in what the coach says. It's a key part of the game.
It certainly is, and
they see it in a way that you don't see it sometimes.
That's right.
Because you're right in it, and you are focused on yourself, the immediate moment and the ball. Whereas the coach he or she steps back and sees the whole game.
And the head coach for the Manitoba Moose is Bill Malloy. Josh Twite with the shot. Oh, narrowly misses right over the top, hit the bar. And Angie is there to pick it up. No. And we've got a little move down the court. Josh Twite is there to interrupt, and Jen has blocked it. Oh, nice try. Ian tries to dig one in there.
Get up top.
Looking for the ball. Oh, and Josh there to pull it out. And we got a little race here. Shot, no. Ian clears the puck. Jen is there to block it. Josh Twite, who has been strong in this game. We lost the ball there for a second.
There was that scramble in front of the Saints net, and Ian had a great chance. One of the things that you learn is to regroup a little bit, pull the ball back, go around, create a bit of an opening for yourself. Again, that's a matter of experience and something that will come with time with him.
So sometimes you have to pull the puck away a little bit to create an opening and then go back in.
And it allows your players as well to reposition themselves.
And Angie's trying to bring it around here. Manitoba are playing good defense. And it's cleared out. Josh Twite is there to try and set up another goal shot, and it's blocked. Oh, and they're right in position to score here. Hughley, Josh Twite. But Ian's fighting, and he merges with the puck. Oh, Josh Twite shoots, scores. Josh Twite, wow. 5-0, Minnesota Saints.
The defenseman was a little bit out of position there, and I'm sure the coach will probably point that out at some point. But definitely, when there's a scramble in front of the net, the defenseman's key. When you're in your zone, the defenseman has to be right there.
And sometimes because the defenseman is not typically on the ball, we kind of lose focus on them, but they are really important in this game.
Our team has a couple of the best defensemen I've ever known. Megan Hines and Steve Gordon, they're fantastic.
And they do a lot of good blocking out there.
You know, and they're not necessarily, they don't have a shot per se.
Mm-hmm.
They're not physically strong people, but they're incredibly smart people, and they're great position players.
And we see Chad Wilson back out there with a immediately quick shot on the goal, but it misses. Oh. Chad Wilson is just so fast. His chair just looks like it's is there at the ball before anybody else can get to it. Is that just a fast chair, or really good driving, or a combination of both?
I think it certainly is a combination of both. Certainly in this level of competition, it is a benefit to have a fast chair.
Got a little battle behind the net.
That's a carry.
Chad Wilson with the shot, rolls up on the chair. It's back in play. And we had the goalie position over the ball, and they call it dead, face up. How long does a goalie need to be on top of the ball before they stop the play?
Generally, the general rule, I believe, is about 3 seconds.
Okay.
I must say I've seen some inconsistency with that here. There was a bit of a controversial goal last night when the Toronto Rock were playing. There was a feeling that the whistle should have been blown a lot sooner, and they were scored on, and they lost. But, you sort of play your best, and the officials can get to you sometimes, but you just have to do your best and play your game.
And we're seeing number 27, Carrie Burke, with Manitoba Moose playing a lot more aggressively in the second period. Here comes Chad Wilson with the pass. And the Manitoba Moose are able to keep the ball away from a scoring position. Hughley is there to pick it up. Manitoba is there to stop it, trying to get the ball past Chad Wilson, but he's not letting him move it down.
No. It's a good stop there.
And the goalie for Manitoba's got their work cut out for them today, huh?
They do. It's a tough game for a goalie. This kind of game. It's a lot of playing a very, very offensively strong team, a very experienced team. Most of the people on the Saints have been on the Saints for a number of years. They all know each other quite well. It's the same thing with the Minnesota Stars. They have not changed much in the last several years.
Keep at it.
And we see number 17, Dave Freund, taking the puck away from Hughley, but Chad Wilson is there to snatch it back. And Chad is coming around for a shot, shoots, no, it's blocked. And what was the call there on that
To be honest, I'm not entirely sure. A couple of times, the referees have blown the whistle for interesting reasons.
Interesting reasons, huh?
One of the rules is that if the ball lands on the back of the net, it's out of play, and they will blow it, which is different from the house league that I play in. Generally, the ball is called dead when it's caught under someone's chair, or it's under the goalie for 3 seconds. Those are general rules for how to, when you blow the whistle. Here, it seems to be a little bit different.
Okay. We see a battle for the puck. And there's Chad Wilson to scoop it up. Shot, and it's goal. Wow. That was a very impressive shot.
It was.
He must have been 30 feet away.
He has great aim.
And the Minnesota Saints are now 6, Manitoba Moose 0. So we were talking a little bit earlier about being a woman playing in the sport. Is it ever intimidating playing against some of these men?
When I was much younger, yes.
Yes.
Much younger, but this sport has very little to do with gender. The sport is designed for people with limited upper body strength, so gender really doesn't play a role from a physical point of view, because you have strong players, both male and female.
And we've certainly seen a lot of strong female players out there.
And I think by and large, if you ask most of the players here, gender is a non-issue.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter here.
So you would encourage any woman in a power chair to come out and play power hockey?
I absolutely would. I think we need more women in the sport. We have a lot now, and it's great. But I would like to see a lot of the young ones come up and really develop a passion for the game.
Good job,
Absolutely. So if you're looking for a new sport to play, you got to check out power hockey. How would someone get involved?
Well, it depends on what city you're in. If you are in Minneapolis, certainly you could go to powerhockey.com, I believe is their website. If you are in the Toronto area, there are two leagues, the Canadian Electric Wheelchair Hockey Association and the league that I belong to, the Toronto Power Wheelchair Hockey Association. I think all you need to do is just Google Power Electric Wheelchair Hockey, and you'll get a whole bunch of hits. There's a league in Calgary. There is a team in Manitoba, obviously, and out west, Victoria, British Columbia, Michigan. So there are a number of cities and states where it's happening.
That's great. There's a lot of teams out there, and
one of the other things people can do is get connected with rehabilitation centers in their city, because often that's one way to get involved. If you're not sure if something's going on in the city that you live in, check out the rehab centers.
And that is a score again by Chad Wilson. With just under a minute left in the second period, Minnesota Saints 7 now. So yes, we definitely need to get a lot more people involved in the sport and continue to grow it.
Scored by Chad Wilson.
One of the more exciting tournaments that I was told about was the first ever World Power Hockey Tournament in 2001, which was here in Minneapolis. I unfortunately wasn't there. I was recovering from an injury, but they had teams from Italy, Australia, Finland, of course, obviously Canada and the U.S., and I'm told it was a fantastic tournament.
I heard that also too. And Chad Wilson tries to sneak one in for a score, but... And I heard that Toronto won the World Championship.
They did.
That's fabulous.
They did. Michel Duboulay was a key part of that.
Oh, fantastic. Well, it's about time that power hockey gets in the Paralympics, isn't it?
You know, that's been a question that's gone on for a number of years. We're all very anxious to get in, and it would be absolutely fantastic. I think one of the issues for the Paralympic Committee is that because we're using power wheelchairs, I think there's a question of how much physical exertion is involved in the sport. Is it a challenge enough to be considered a sport worthy of the Paralympics? So there perhaps may be some politics going on there.
Well, that's interesting, but I don't think there's any question about the athletic skill of these players out
Well,
there.
yeah, I mean, at the end of every game, I'm absolutely exhausted.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of sweat on the foreheads of players.
Absolutely.
All right, we're going to take a break here. That's the end of the second period. The Minnesota Saints 7, Manitoba Moose 0. You're watching xable.com.